Okay, things might look a little bit chaotic here. I have this over here. This is Bishu Stream. He's doing a like submissions, listen to your music, give you feedback if he feels like it. I've put in the title of my song, feedback welcome. Maybe he'll say something, I don't know. But I really liked this Bish Battle submission I made back on the 8th, and I've been kind of flushing it out, making it a little bit more full here. And Bishu doesn't always get to all the submissions, so if he does react to it, I'll put that here in the video, but assuming he doesn't actually get to it, I'll just play this for you guys here and then kind of show you the things I changed today. It's really annoying to me how, like, there are certain tracks I work on where things just flow. Things just, like, I always, like, have an idea and it just naturally fits in exactly the way I hear it, and other tracks I go to work on, I will have an idea and I cannot get it to fit. I don't know why. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Honestly, sometimes you just luck into things. It does feel a lot more like luck than anything else. This one is one of those tracks where things just work. Things are really, really working well. The beginning of the track here is 4 bars of this. And I love that sound, but I could see other people getting a little bit bored of it quickly, so I figured I needed to put a little bit more ear candy in there, at least for the back 2 bars. And so I had this idea of like what if it was like a military sort of like radio coming in. So I got some radio effects and then also like a military voice radio sound sample. Honestly, this sample could probably stand by itself, but I think it worked better with a little like sort of things in there. So built this little guy. And just put that in here. And the only things I'm kind of doing to the sound other than chopping it up is making sure it's adjusting kind of the top end for the main military voice. I think for an actual radio sound, they should have the exact same frequency band, but when I put the same effect on this radio sound, it didn't sound right. I did carve a little bit though, just to try and help glue the two together here, and put this little like peak here. It sounded good. Maybe it sounds bad on your speakers. These aren't the best headphones. These aren't the same headphones I use at home. These are like 10 years older. But I don't know, having like a little bit of like a frequency screaming makes sense for like a handheld radio, and I think it worked well here. And it set up the guitar as well, so it kind of like flows into the guitars. I still think that it could, like in an ultimate mix before I were to release this as a track or something like that, have something, there's a little bit of like, I don't know, it could use a little like something right there. Maybe like that's a great spot if I ever had like a wave punk tag. I don't have a producer tag still, somehow a year into this, but that'd be a good spot for that right there. And then the other spot where things just kind of like popped out was the voice. When the voice comes in, it just kind of like hits you in the face, and there really wasn't, I had this little, you know, to get us into it, but not quite enough, so I moved our guy here again. This is the most consistent sound of the piece, and it'd be really, it's definitely the thing that has the most room to like be twisted and bent around and stuff like that. So I put the parts of this that were doing that in these 2 bars onto its own channel and put a shaper box on it. The shaper box is doing some time scratching. It's then doing some bit crushing. It's also doing some peak emphasizing, and then the drive to give us just a little bit more of a volume. It's kind of like a tasteful distorted volume there. So what normally sounds like this, and then over here, just kind of turned around there for a second, you know. So it gives it this. Your ear goes, oh, it's over here, and then the voice comes in, you know? So, like, it's not just like you're just like, okay, I know what's going on, I know what's going on, boom, voice on top of it, you know? I think that's a cool little bit there. Then the other thing that made me, like, go, I need to change some things here, the one spot that had really been standing out to me over and over again was in the full drop here. It was exactly the same for all 8 bars, and I just felt like I needed, or not exactly the same for all 8 bars, but I felt like we've been doing these kind of like meld changes throughout the course of the piece, and I felt like between bars, the first 4 bars and the second 4 bars, there needed to be something. So the first thing I did was go and carve out the spots for the kick in all the other sounds, and then added that same effect we just showed you in Shaper Box for the sounds that are happening here with that sound. So here again, if you haven't heard us before, there's other videos a few days ago where where we built this whole track. This sounds are the exact same as the one I was just showing you, but with a phaser and a second layer on top of it that gives it that harmony that's happening there. And so I just here and the transition just reuse that same effect. And so then with the pockets carved out of all the other sounds here, the guitar here is being muted, so it's got it does do the same little motion there as the rest of them. I needed to mute it though because I've got live reverb on it. It's still not, I was still like maybe a stronger effect of turning it all around, but it's a cool effect. It was a good one there. So it's good enough. And I was realizing like I wanted to submit this demo while he's doing the stream. So I kind of, I don't know. I think I could still maybe make this one better, but I wanted to get it on there so that there was a chance of actually getting to see him react to it. But yeah, other than it being an AI vocal at this point, I like this track. I could see myself putting this out just as like a little, you know, TikTok sample or like anime music video edit sort of thing. So I don't know. So yeah, cool sound. I like those little changes. I think like little details like that really start to bring this together and make it like a fuller track instead of just being like a demo. It's still really short, but it's cool. So that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.